For the love of God, do not start a bloody agency. Okay, now it's a very bold claim to make, but the reason I'm saying that is because where you are right now, and the reason you're watching this video is probably because you're in the exact same position that I was in not even 2 years ago. Okay, I know you're probably working a dead-end job that you absolutely hate. You want to get out, you want to find a way to make money online instead and just replace your income online so you don't have to do that dead-end job, right? Now, I can almost guarantee you've seen all of the videos of people saying, start an agency, you can make 10 grand a month, you can make 20 grand a month, you can make 100 grand. You can make that much money, but I'm going to reveal to you in this video why it's the worst possible decision you could make as a complete beginner. Okay, this is not the route to take. Do not believe what they say. Trust me, I'm going to break down this video why it's the worst possible decision. I'm going to show you exactly what to do instead. And honestly, I tried to start an agency when I first started trying to make money online. I tried to do this route and I wasted so much bloody time and money trying to start it, okay? So if somebody had just given me this video when I first started, I'd be so much further ahead. And this is why I'm actually a little bit jealous that you get to watch this and I didn't, okay? So I'm gonna run you through exactly what you should do instead, why you shouldn't start the agency model, because to be honest, your main priority should be to, well, your main priority is to get out of your job and replace your income. You don't need to worry about 20K a month, 30K a month yet. You can get to that point, but believe me, this is not the route to take, and I'll show you the true route to take right now. So here's the breakdown of the agency model and what to expect, okay? And I'm not over exaggerating here. We're gonna spend weeks picking a service and a niche, right? It's not as simple as, oh, I do Facebook ads for gyms. No, okay? Because we need to think of scale long term. And I'm not gonna do a whole masterclass on how to start an agency, but like with picking a niche, it's not as simple as, oh, I'll help bricklayers. Oh, no, you need to pick the niche, see if it's growing at a good rate, right? See if it's a growing industry, because if it's not growing, we can't scale the business. And then eventually it's going to get to the point where your business just can't go any further. It's going to hit a ceiling. You need to find a niche that's growing, find a niche that has a big enough pain point that we can solve, and then figure out how to solve that pain point, right? So that honestly takes weeks of research. It's not as simple as just, oh, I'll do this and this. No, you need to do your research because you need to think long term, right? So it's going to take several weeks to even be able to get started with that. Once we've done this, we're going to spend another several weeks learning how to provide the actual service we've decided on, right? So let's say it is Facebook ads for gyms, but you don't understand anything about Facebook ads or funnels or anything like that, right? Well, you need to learn how to provide it. Now, here's the kicker. How can you learn how to provide it at a good rate or a good level if you have no practice? The only way to practice is to have clients. But in this case, the only way to get clients is to kind of have clients, because it's really hard to get a client without results, right? So it's like a chicken and egg scenario. It's really tough as a beginner to get into this, right? Spend several weeks learning how to provide a service that you don't even know is going to work, and you can't even fully practice it because you haven't even got a client to try it on, right? So you're going to figure that one out. Spend several weeks trying to learn how to provide a service that's probably not even going to work, right? Then once you've done that, once you've spent several weeks, probably even a couple of months in this stage, you're going to try and create an offer without any social proof or results, right? So we need to create an offer for these business owners that's compelling enough for them to spend thousands of pounds, right? But how can you create an offer that's compelling enough if you don't have any social proof or results? So you're going to have to go to extremes and make extreme promises and guarantees just to get your foot in the door. And that will come to bite you in the arse in a second, which I'll break down for you in a second, right? Then, once we've done that, we've picked a niche and a service, we've learnt the service, which you can't because you haven't got a client, doesn't matter, right? You created the offer with all of these bold guarantees that people tell you to make if you haven't got any clients. Maybe you've faked some testimonials because you're just, not very moral thing to do, right? Then you're gonna have to send thousands of cold messages to these people, right? With this offer that you don't even know works, you're gonna send thousands of cold messages and hope for the best. And then what we're gonna do is spend several weeks learning how to do a sales call, learning how to sell. If you're a complete beginner, bear in mind you don't have any of these skills. Look at it here. How many steps does it take to finally, to even get a sales call? You're spending weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks before you can even get paid. This isn't a very good model. If you're a complete beginner and you have no experience, how long does this take to start? Right? Spend several weeks learning how to do a sales call. And what's going to happen here is you're finally going to book a sales call, right? You're going to close a client by sheer luck and get serious imposter syndrome and huge pressure to deliver on this service that you've made these bold promises for. Like I said, you had to create an offer, but you can't have any leverage if you have no results or social proof. So the way we've done it, or the way people tell you to do it, is to create a really bold guarantee or fake testimonials. Now you actually get to the point where you've signed a client, they're expecting these results from you, but you can't even deliver on it. Now you have serious imposter syndrome, a huge pressure to deliver, right? Like that. It's just a terrible method. Or you're finally going to book a sales call after sending thousands of messages, right? You're finally going to book a sales call. You're going to realize you're crap at sales, right? You're going to have to go back to the drawing board and learn how to keep selling. Or you're going to realize your offer's crap and no one wants it. You're going to land these sales calls. No one's going to buy because it's a crap offer. You have to go back to the drawing board and start all of this again. And you're just going to realize you have no idea what the hell you're talking about. And it's going to be this endless loop of booking sales calls, realizing you're crap and you have no idea what you're talking about, going back to the drawing board, doing your research, learning how to provide a new set. Like, when do you get paid? How is this beneficial? Where is the point where this is like, I don't understand these people breaking it. Oh, start an agency, you can make 10k a month, even as a beginner. Like, how does this sound sexy to you? This isn't sexy. This sounds like pure stress. And I tell you what it is, because I've done this. This isn't just me beating around the bush, just, use an example from the top of my head. I've done this. This is how it works. And I've done this, and this is exactly what happened to me, and it's not worth the stress, believe me. So, yeah. Why it sucks. I'm going to go into even deeper detail why it sucks here. No skill, right? No proof, no leverage. You're selling a service you don't even know how to do. To gain a client, you need results and proof, which you most likely don't have because you're a complete beginner, okay? Now, you're also competing with pros who have teams, systems, and real results. Bear in mind, you're competing with all of these guys. Who do you think the business owner is going to go with? Are they going to go with the people that have already have clients and good results and a good business, or someone who's brand new? Like, it's so hard to get your foot in the door, right? And even if you do land a client, the pressure to succeed and deliver is brutal. Trust me, it's brutal. One bad experience equals refund, bad review, and ruined reputation, right? And you're not just selling, you're fulfilling, reporting, troubleshooting, chasing payments, and taking all of the responsibility. Everything is on your hands. You have the whole weight of the world on your shoulders here. And to be honest, you have the weight of the world on your shoulders before you even get paid, right? So you may as well just stay in your job, right? Scaling equals more stress, more clients, more fires to put out. Your income depends on keeping clients happy 24/7, right? It takes months, sometimes years. I know people that have been in the agency model for years, and it took them like 2 years to land their first client. To finally make it work, it can honestly take that long, especially as a beginner, right? If you have no leverage. Until you've gained enough leverage, your prices won't be very high, okay? You can't charge $2,000 a month when you don't even know if you can provide the service. Your first client, right? Bear in mind, you have no experience. You've just learned this service, which you can't really properly learn it without actually testing it on a client. How can you charge £2,000 a month for something you don't even know how to do? That's just really not very moral, is it? Like, if you can get away with that, great. But like, again, you're gonna have the huge pressure to succeed. Refunds, bad reviews, like, it's just not a great idea. Okay, the profit margins are terrible as well. Okay, they're honestly terrible. I know people that have agencies. The profit margins, especially at a higher scale, are awful. Work-life balance is terrible. You're glued to the PC, and even people that run agencies are trying to get out. Even people that run agencies don't enjoy it. Okay, everyone that runs an agency, they're always trying to switch. At some point, it's to get them to a certain point where they can pivot because the agency model is crap, right? They hate it. So yeah, so what to do instead? What do we do instead? What we're going to do is appointment setting. I've made a few videos about this on my channel. We're going to be doing appointment setting, okay? Now, this is a breakdown of how it looks. So there's a business owner that needs appointments that has no time. And there's us that needs cash and has spare time. These guys need the appointment booking process for their company taken off their hands, right? So they're actively looking for people to do it, because if they don't fix it quickly, their business dies, because appointments are oxygen for their business, right? So what we're going to do, we're going to speak to the person that's hiring, who's looking for appointment setters, right? We're going to find people that are looking for it. He's going to hire you to take it off his hands. And how that looks is he's going to give you his details to his Instagram, his LinkedIn, his Facebook, his Twitter, right? He's going to have already a personal brand, already a successful business, already a proven offer, and people that are already like kind of primed and warm, ready to kind of hop on a call and buy. And what you're going to do, you're going to message and speak to their audience on their behalf. You're going to be in these accounts, and you're literally just going to be DMing people, finding people that are a good fit for the service they sell. And if they are a good fit for the service they sell, then you just book them into a call. So you book those interested prospects into a meeting with the business owner. The business owner takes the call, so your job's done. All you have to do is book the appointment. They take the call. You get paid for booking the appointment, and you get paid for the deal closing. And that's all you need to worry about, and boom, it's really that simple. Business owner needs appointments, has no time. You need cash, you have spare time. He needs to fix it quick. He hires you. You literally log into his Instagram. You literally just get paid to DM people all day. Book people in that seem like a good fit for the service. Get paid for the appointment being booked, and also get paid for the deal closing. It's an easy, honestly, it's such an easy way to replace your income online. Okay. Now, this is exactly why it's amazing and why it's ideal for beginners. There's no complex service to deliver. It's literally just DMing people. You don't need results. You don't need testimonials. You don't need anything like that complex to start. You get paid to learn real experience without the risk. You plug into an existing successful business with proven offers and systems. So you don't need to worry about all of the stuff with the agency or actually trying to figure out if the service is even wanted, right? All of this is figured out for you. So all you do is just come into the business that's already been proven, right, and already built, and book calls. It's literally just that simple, right? No stress about refunds, delivery, or client experience. Just book calls, that's it. Okay, you don't need to worry about refunds or reputation or anything like that. All you need to worry about is getting the calls in the calendar and your job's done. Okay, really that simple. You can start literally straight away. Nothing to learn beforehand or any preparation, right? You may think, oh, this sounds like, oh, you need to be experienced in sales. You don't, okay? It's as simple as convincing your mate to come. Like, let's say you're going to the pub and your mate's being a bit like, oh, I don't really want to come. I don't really feel very well. You go, oh, come on, mate, just come out for 20 minutes. It'll be fun. He goes, oh, okay, fair enough. Like, it's no different than that. It's like somebody's got a problem, right? You can solve the problem. So you say, look, you've got this problem. I can tell you're struggling with it. We've got the solution. We can fix that problem. Are you free for a quick chat so we can show you how? Yes, I am. Bosh. Okay, here's the calendar link. Book in. It's honestly, it's not more complex than that. You may get a few objections of people going, oh, I don't really want to book a call, blah, 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 blah. Like, it's really not hard to overcome, okay? The persuasion skills you have in your everyday life can be used for this. You don't need to do some kind of training course of learning how to sell for years and years. Like, you can start straight away, okay? You've paid for your skill and not your time. So here's the thing with a job, you're paid a salary, like you're paid per time basically. You're not really paid for your performance in like a 9 to 5, depending on the one you're in. This one, you get paid for your skill, not your time. So if you get really good, which you will, right, very quickly, then you can get paid so much more. Okay, you can earn so much more money because you're paid for how good you are, not how much time you spend on it. You can work from anywhere, a beach, a cafe, even the bloody roof. For all I care, you can work anywhere you want as long as you have an internet connection. You can log into someone's Instagram, just DM people. It's that simple. Extremely easy and very quickly you can get good. Okay, it's really not like it's not rocket science. It really isn't. You can work when you want to, as long as you book appointments. It doesn't matter when you work. As long as you're good and you actually get the appointments on the calendar for these business owners, it does not matter when you work. It does not matter at all. All you need to worry about is getting the calls in the calendar one way or another. Okay, you don't need to do like from 6 till 6. Like I've had days where I've been traveling to another country and I've literally just been DMing people here and there at the airport, and I've booked like 6 appointments in one day. Like because I know how to, because I got good and I know how to book appointments really efficiently. It doesn't matter about the time. Like you can get paid as long as you're booking the calls in the calendar. You can work whenever you want to. Create your own schedule. You have more free time. And beginner setters can make 2 to 3K a month almost immediately. I'll give you a story. I'll show you in a minute. When I first started, it took me like a month to replace my income online, and then I quit. After a month of starting setting with no experience, I was making triple my income online, triple my job income online, right? I was only making about $1,000 a month anyway because I was working a retail job, but I'd start making like 3K a month from my phone with appointment setting. I quit, and it only took me like 30 days to do it, right? And all the cash is yours. No system or expenses to pay for. With an agency, you have to worry about all of these systems and all of these things to go wrong, and all of these, like, honestly, there's so many moving parts to it. You don't need to worry about that, okay? All the profit is yours. All of the cash is yours. There's no systems or expenses or anything like that to pay for. All you need to do is do the job. All of the cash is yours, right? Some offers will even pay you per appointment and for the deal closing, and even more earning potential for you there. So let's say you book 50 appointments in a month for $50 each. That's $2,500 in a single month. And let's say just 10% of those deals close, right? So you get 5 deals that close, and let's say the commission you get is 10% again on 5K. So that's 500. Yeah, that's another $2,500, right? So $50 per appointment plus 10% commission, and let's say all of your appointments, let's say only 10% close. Like if you're on that kind of offer, that's 5K a month. It's a no-brainer, right? It's a no-brainer. It's so easy to do. So some offers will even pay you that. It's ideal. And you'll never be out of work if you're good. Once you're good, you can leverage that experience to land positions that pay even more. You can go into consulting like I'm also doing as well. And honestly, you're absolutely fine. Okay, this is the ideal way for a beginner to quit their job and replace their income online. Now, a quick plug. If you want to learn exactly how to start this, how to do this properly with no mistakes, and follow the exact blueprint that I followed to get to the exact position that I'm in today, living this kind of life, which I'll show you in a second. If you want to learn how to do this properly, okay, with no mistakes and get here ASAP, quicker than, to be honest, I did, even quicker than I did, right? If you want to just do it with no mistakes, there's going to be a link down below in the description to book a call with me. I'll run you through exactly how I can help you do this ASAP and do this properly with no mistakes. Now, full transparency, that is a sales call. Okay, it's designed to sell you something. So if you don't want to be sold to, don't book the call. Or if you don't care and you're actually serious about making this work and actually serious about getting out of your job and replacing your income online, if you're serious about it, then book in the call and I'll show you how I can help. Okay, but plug over. Okay, right. So why should you listen to me? Why should you listen to what I'm saying? What is my story? How do I know what I'm talking about? This is exactly why. This is my story. I was dead broke. I was working a retail job and I had £20 in my account. Frequent occurrence, and I hated my life. Okay, so this is me at my old retail job. That's me on the shift taking the newspapers out. That's me on the till, and that's me hating my life. Okay, and that's the camera that I used to try and avoid while I was on my phone. They used to bollock me for being on my phone. I used to get told off and kind of punished for being on my phone because you weren't allowed to be on your phone on the till, which is stupid. It's a stupid rule. Anyway, yeah, that's me when I was like 19, right? That's me just hating life with 20 quid in my account. I found appointment setting, I tripled my income and I quit my job 1 month later, right? That's the first person that ever hired me. That's my first ever payment. And that's my letter of resignation saying that I wasn't going to be working there anymore because I found appointment setting. And I went all in my setting after that. Once I quit that retail job, I went all in my setting. I performed extremely well. I had some of my biggest months. So recently I had my first 10K month. I've had several 4 and 5K months, as you can see here. And I've booked hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of appointments. So now that I've got this skill and I've got all of this leverage, I know that I'll never be out of work. And that is the point that I can help you get to as well. I started traveling the world whenever I wanted to without worrying about the money. This, honestly, I travel the world like, I think I've been on holiday in the past year like 8 times. I've been to Spain several times. I've been to Dubai a couple of times. I've been to Budapest. I've gone to London a few times. It's not really holiday because I live in the UK anyway. But I just travel the world, right? I don't have to ask anyone. I don't have to ask for permission. I don't have to worry about the money. It's lovely, okay? So that is Dubai. That's a house I'm staying in Spain. That's Spain again. Oops. That is Budapest. That's Spain again. And that is Dubai once more. You get the point, okay? I can travel the world whenever I want to without having to worry about the money or asking anyone for permission. And I built a solid network of like-minded individuals and successful entrepreneurs as well. So you may recognize this guy here. His name's William Brown. He's actually one of my clients for appointment setting. I've also worked with Charlie Morgan and other big names too, but I have access to these people now as a result of appointment setting. Okay, something so small as appointment setting has allowed me to change my life in this way. Okay, these are my friends now. I have a ridiculously good network because I've been in this space. Not only have I changed my life by getting out of my job and making more money, I've also got some seriously successful entrepreneur friends that push me to go even further. And that gives me even more opportunities as well. Okay, so that's what else appointment setting can do for you, right? My life now, I make great money for my age. I can travel the world whenever I want to. I can work whenever I want to. I have an extremely solid group of friends and network I've just shown you there. I have an incredible skill under my belt. I have endless opportunities to progress, and I'll never work a dead-end job again, all because of appointment setting. Okay, now I know appointment setting at the back of my hand. I know how to help people land jobs in this space in just a couple of weeks. And I've helped several people achieve the same result. So a quick plug again, this is Kian. He added 3K monthly income in just 2 months of my help. Now he's on track to make 5K plus at one of the biggest coaching companies in the space. And the same again for Maxwell Charles, added 2K in monthly income in just 1 month and quit his retail job and now it's completely remote. That is the kind of results you can expect as well if you learn how to do appointment setting properly. So that's what I recommend to do. Don't start an agency, start appointment setting. It's easily the easiest way to start making money online and replace your income. If you want to learn exactly how to do it properly, again, there's a link down below. Book a call with me and I'll show you how to get out of your dead-end job.